It's Ehizoje, everyone's favorite Nigerian.
This that real life shit, nigga.
He's had a lot of good albums, to say the least. Let's go into one last top five for today. Top five. Rank your top five Kendrick Lamar albums. Because we are now at a point where he has more albums than you could fit in the top five. So something gotta get let off.
Okay, so are we counting the Black Panther album as a Kendrick album?
No.
Okay, so that makes it a little easier.
Solo albums, no mixtapes.
So if I'm going first to last, To Pimp a Butterfly puts me back in a very specific place in college. That's my favorite Kendrick album of all time. I'll say Good Kid, Mad City goes second for me.
Okay.
I'll say Damn. Ooh, I forget about GNX. I'll go To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, GNX, Damn, and then for my fifth, I've never heard anybody else mirror this, but I'm putting Overly Dedicated. Section 80 is good to me.
That's
I can
not
go
an
without.
album though. That's cheating, bro.
We're not counting that one?
Nah, it's a mixtape.
Okay, well then what about Untitled Unmastered?
I guess if you want to count that, yeah,
You
go
call it a
ahead.
mixtape too? Well then if I'm not doing those, I can't. Mr. Morale doesn't need to make my list. If he never makes that, I'm not losing any sleep.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be on your top five.
Yeah, no. Section 80, I could also live without that. It has some slaps on there, but I could live without it. So what am I doing for five? Not Untitled Unmastered.
You could do Untitled Unmastered. Technically, it's an album.
I'll put that one in. I like
Okay.
Untitled Unmastered more than I feel like most people did.
I fuck with Untitled Unmastered.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been a lot better if he had finished it. But
Yeah.
I get it. Throwaways. Some of them shouldn't have been throwaways. Untitled 5, crazy. Untitled 2, crazy.
Yeah.
This is my top five Kendrick albums all time. Top five. Number 1, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard To Pimp a Butterfly, my first reaction was, this is the greatest rap album I've ever listened to
Honestly.
in my life.
Honestly.
And I was all like, maybe I'm overrating it. Maybe I'm, getting ahead of myself. But years later, I still don't have an album that gave me that type of impression the first time I listened to it. Sorry, it is what it is. I know people stand on both sides of the fence. It's a lightning rod type of topic. Some people hate To Pimp a Butterfly. I love it. Number 2, Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's classic, certified. Don't gotta say too much. Should have been. It's probably gonna be turned into a movie one day. Number 3, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Personally, this album gets a lot of play. For me,
What are you playing from that album today?
Count Me Out, man. Any day.
I'm not mad at that.
I'll play that any day of the week, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
I'll play Count Me Out any day of the week. Father Time is up there. Like, it's some great songs on Mr. Morale. And it's just, it's nice. N95. It's nice to hear, like, an artist, like, let you in to, like, the shit they're going through, but do it in an exceptionally artistic way. Sometimes people just talk about shit, like, on its face, right? And it's very basic, like, oh, I got ADHD, or oh, I got anxiety, oh, I got depression, right? But when it's like, when there's stories behind what things might be without it ever being actually told to you, right?
Yeah.
Kendrick never said, oh, I was depressed during this time. But you listen to the album and you're like, oh, this guy, we haven't heard from him because he was in a depressive state.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So things like that is just, I like it. I like shit like that. Number 4, Section 80. Some of my favorite Kendrick songs of all time is off of Section 80. Number 5, Damn. GNX doesn't make my top 5. But still, obviously, I gave it 8.8. I really like GNX. But Kendrick got one of the best hip-hop discographies of all time. Right next to Kanye West and Jay-Z. So,
See, I would put Kendrick's discography over Jay-Z's, but I think that's like screaming the I'm from California bias. Because I don't know.
I would put it over Jay-Z's too because Kendrick doesn't have a miss yet.
Yeah, he
and
does.
so
Man.
longevity kind of like works against Hove in that sense. But I also don't like some of Hove's early shit. Like I don't like Kingdom Come.
I think some of Hove's shit, like you have to be from, like if you've never like waited for the train in the snow, you know what I mean? Like some of Hove's stuff, I'm just like, it's not gonna hit for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah.